What do you have to say, Lamb Chop? Bah! Bah! No, it's boo. Ghost go boo. Hey, Tubies. Woo, it's Psychic Bob and Lamb Chop. Woo, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to all y'all. Isn't it great to be here? Golly gee, it's good to be back with you guys. Well, I tell you, I have been feeling the Halloween spirit today. I was out walking, looking at all the decorations in the neighborhood today. People got their houses in our area done up real nice. I probably should have done a video on the houses. Oh, well, anyways, I was having so much fun, I forgot to film it. But I'm so glad you're here. Lamb Chop, are you having fun tonight? Yeah? Well, I'll let you go out trick-or-treating in a little while. We got to do the show first, okay? You got your outfit ready for tonight? Yeah? What are you going to be again? Are you going to be a ghost like last night? Okay. All right. Well, if you guys didn't see yesterday's show, Lamb Chop gave us a preview of his outfit. Where's your outfit? Oh, you're washing it? Okay. Yeah, you were out running around. You got it dirty? Okay. It's in the wash. Well, tonight he will dress him up later. I am so glad you guys are here. Welcome to Monday. Whew, glorified. It is Monday. It's Halloween. It's also astrology night here. And I want to say thank you to all y'all for joining us. Gosh, Lamb Chop, look how many people came out. I didn't think anybody be here because it's Halloween. You know, that y'all be out partying. There's Devilish is there. Yay. There's Baroness Colabobs. Yay, Baroness. She's our moderator tonight. Thank you for your service. She got the blue wrench. Anybody gets out of line, she'll chuck the wrench at him. Yay. There's Robert Stevens is here. There's Compromised is here. Yay. There's Amsterdamsel is here. Sandra D is here. Yay. Robert Stevens. Oh my gosh, we got a great crowd. There's Melinda Tornay. Hi, Melinda. Good to see you. Welcome back. Well, Lamb Chop, what are you wearing tonight? Oh, he's been in my jewelry case again. Lamb Chop, this is a very valuable pendant. I can't have you losing that. And if you want to wear my jewelry, you just got to ask permission. I'll share it with you, okay? But you can't just be taking stuff. Tonight, Lamb Chop's wearing a very famous pendant. As many of you know, or maybe you don't know, but a few years ago, I bought out part of Jean Dixon's estate. She was a famous astrologer. And I got some of her jewelry. This is one of Jean Dixon's astrology pins. Here, let's put you up closer and everybody can see it. This is the Wheel of the Zodiac. It's from the 1970s. It was in mint condition, but it was part of Jean Dixon's jewelry collection, and I acquired it a few years ago. So Lamb Chop's wearing that tonight. Isn't that cool? It's the Wheel of the Zodiac with jewels around, little sparkling crystals. That's really cool, Lamb Chop. Well, yeah, it does look good on you, yes. Yeah, but you got to ask permission. You can't just go steal my jewelry, okay? Yeah, this is one of my vintage pieces of jewelry. Here, let you see it again. All right. There it is. All right, there you go. All right, well, I'll let you wear it tonight, but you're not wearing it out trick-or-treating because I know you'll lose it, okay? So you do have to take it off before you put on your outfit. Tonight, I'm wearing some vintage jewelry also. We got the old stuff going on. Tonight, I'm wearing from the 1950s a Zodiac sign pendant. It's got the Wheel of the Zodiac. Hold on, I'm going to take this off. Here, why don't you go over there and sit down, okay? All right, jump down there. Go over there. All right, sit over there. Good job. All right. So tonight I am wearing one of my vintage Zodiac pendants. This is Lamb Chop stole my other one. This is a 1950s Wheel of the Zodiac. See, it's got all 12 signs going around it. There's a Sagittarius, there's Capricorn, there's Scorpio, there's Libra. Can you guys see that? There's looks like it's a Taurus, and that's Leo. There's Gemini. See, there's Aquarius. Isn't that cool? So that's a vintage pendant from the 1950s, Zodiac pendant. So I'm just hanging out tonight. I got on my witch hat. I might go out trick-or-treating with Lamb Chop later. You know, I have to take him out because, you know, he loves to go out and trick-or-treat. Any of you guys go trick-or-treating tonight? You got any chocolate? Oh, my goodness gracious. It's so good to have you here. Oh, my gosh, there's Robin Boston is here. There's Amsterdamsel's here. There you go. Stardust C. There's Blue Eyes 85. Gosh, everybody's here. This is so much fun. Well, welcome to our night. For those of you who are new here, by the way, welcome to Spirit Show. If you're new, join us in the chat if you can. If you can't get into the chat for whatever reason, just give us thumbs up here. There's a thumbs up button. Show YouTube that you love Psychic Bob's show. And, YouTube is going through, can't be political, but they're giving a jaundiced eye, shall we say, to a lot of channels. And there are some big YouTubers who are literally just being disappeared. And I hope I'm not going to end up being one of them, but it's happening. So the more you give thumbs up, the more you like, favorite this, share it with your friends, gets the word out there, and people want to be part of our channel. And YouTube will go, he's got a good following, better leave him alone. So your support literally means the world to me. And I want to say thank you for that. Well, tonight we're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel here. For those of you who are new, here at Spirit Channel, we have a different theme every day of the week. We're here 7 days a week. I broadcast. Once in a while, I'll take a day off, but pretty rarely. But on Mondays, we gather and we look at the stars. I've been studying astrology since I was a kid back in the 70s, and I just love it. I used to do old-fashioned astrology charts by hand. Nowadays, everything's computerized. But in the old days, we'd actually sit with a compass and a big book called an ephemeris, and we'd calculate alignments. A lot of fun. In those days, you could get a lot more time. You could sit and play with it. I don't know how I used to do it. Now I'm like, where would I have time to hand do a chart anymore? Nowadays, we do it electronically. By the way, if you are interested, I do private charts for people. I have a new type of reading called a compact astrology voice reading. That's right. What it is I will put together your chart and email it to you, but I'll also send an audio file. Instead of sitting and handwriting your whole chart, it's much easier for me to speak it. So I'll have a little recording and I'll say, you have Mars in the sign of Capricorn in the 9th house. And let me tell you about that. And I do an analysis, audio recorded analysis of your chart. I cover the major transits, your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, your ascendant, your descendant, all of that. And tell you kind of a little bit more about your journey. If you're interested in that, my cost for astrology compact voice reading is $80. It's about a half-hour reading. And, so what I'll do is, I'll email you back your chart. So you actually have a physical image of it. And then the reading, I send through an audio file, send you an audio file to your email. So that's how it works. A lot of people here have done, I don't have a lot here tonight, but we've had people that have been here have done that. They said they've really enjoyed it. So if you're interested in an astrology chart, just let me know, okay? You can write to me over at my website. Over on my website, PsychicBob.com, there's a thing called a compact voice reading. I have two types of compact voice readings. One is the regular psychic compact voice reading, which allows you to ask up to 3 private questions. You get about a half-hour reading. Or you can also use the compact voice reading for an astrology analysis. There are 2 different reasons. I don't have the astrology on that, but they're the same price. So either way, just buy the compact voice reading and then write me a letter and say, I want it for the psychic reading or the astrology. All right. So there you go. Anyways, go to PsychicBob.com and you can read about that. I'm so glad you're here. Well, I tell you, y'all, if you weren't here last night, you missed it. We had such a good time. We did a live psychic readings, and we had a great turn. I want to say thank you to everybody who came out for that. We had a lot of fun, And hey, Robin. Robin says, I love Netflix. I like Netflix too. I wonder if Netflix is doing a lot of Halloween shows now. I got to go watch that later. I've been busy today. It's my day off. Some of you may know I don't do readings on Mondays, and I just take a day off. And I've been hanging out with Baroness Kolbaz. We've been doing business stuff today. Having to get the legal documents sorted and go places, and went to lunch and looked at Halloween stuff. But now it's, Monday night. I'm just going to do our astrology show. Some people write me and they say, Bob, it's your day off. Why do you do YouTube on your day off? Why don't you just forget everybody for a while? I said, you know what? This is how I relax. Doing astrology just relaxes me. And if I'm going to sit and do the alignments, I want to share it with you guys. And anyways, it's the beginning of the week, and, it gives help to people. For those of you who are here and you might say, well, I can't buy a private reading, or I can't do your inner circle group. You could come to Monday night, because I'm going to break down kind of the alignments for the week and what's going on, and hopefully give you some help, get you going on the right path, okay? Plus, I do individual horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. So we're going to do that tonight as well. By the way, and I just want to say, because somebody accused me a few months ago, they said, Psychic Bob, you're a bad astrologer. You steal astrology from other websites and from other psychics. I'm like, no, I don't. I actually sit and study the charts and the alignments and the stars and the transits. And I put together my own horoscopes. So they're unique to Psychic Bob. They're copyrighted by me. You won't get them anywhere else. So I encourage you, come tonight, take some notes so you'll remember things during the week, Anyways, I'm so glad you guys are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, let's talk about what is going on in the stars tonight, okay? By the way, don't forget to register early. Go get it, register soon for a psychic development class. This Saturday, we're having a psychic development class, and we would love for you to be there. We're going to talk about spirit portals, and I'd love for you to join us. All right. So what is going on? Well, by the way, this astrology forecast is for today, Monday, October 31st, 2022, through next Sunday, November the 6th, 2022. So from the 31st of October to the 6th of November, it's 7-day forecast, okay? And this affects all zodiac signs. All right, so the first part here, it's for everybody. Don't say, was that for me? Yes. The transits we're going to talk about are for everybody, okay? So what do we got going on? Well, we're starting off our week with the sun in Scorpio. Love Scorpio, It's water energy. It's deep. It's emotional. I feel it, okay? And we're going to be in the sign of Scorpio until, hold on, I blanked out, till November 21st. That's right. So happy birthday to our Scorpio babies. I love Scorpio. It's a very deep psychic sign, very mystical and powerful. So again, happy birthday. If you're a Scorpio, this is your power month. Take advantage of it. You got power going up till the 21st of November. It's a double power for you. Whenever the sun is in your sign, it's your power time. See, in astrology, we call the sun, see back there, that's the sun in the middle of our wheel. It's the great illuminator of the zodiac, the great light. They call the sun one light and the moon the other. The lights of the zodiac are the sun and the moon. So right now we're starting off for you Scorpios, it's your power time. You got the focus of the sun. All right, our moon starting off this week is right now in the sign of Aquarius. It just moved over today. Capricorn merged into Aquarius, and that's bringing air energy. Water and air work together because Aquarius is a sign that's the water bearer, though it's an air sign. Water and air support each other. So right now, this is a really good time. It'll make you a little more focused with that sun in Scorpio and that moon in Aquarius. A lot of you are going to be feeling a little inspired to kind of go into the world, share your ideas. All right. Now, we do have a little challenges starting off our week. So don't be afraid of that, okay? All right. Our moon today is starting off with our moon is square Mercury. What does that mean? You might feel a little confused about your inner voice, how you communicate with yourself. You might be feeling like you got a great inspiration, but then you're like, am I right? I don't know. Just relax. This is a good day. With that moon in Aquarius, it's going to lift you up to great visions and heights of grandeur. All right, just relax. Or don't overanalyze. Let things flow today, okay? We also have today our moon is sextile Jupiter. Ooh, what's that mean? You're going to have a sense about money today. You may not know about your relationships. You may not know if your family loves you or hates you today. You might be confused emotionally. But the one thing you got going today, and this is for all signs, is the moon sextile Jupiter means you have a sense about money. So no matter what you're feeling about everything else today, trust that inner sense about money. I've been following that today, and let me tell you, I'm at the right place at the right time, and money is aligning in the right way. So that's an important thing for you, okay? Now, we also have some very powerful Martian transits that are starting off our week. Right now, Mars is square Jupiter. What does that mean? Well, remember we talked about our moon is sextile Jupiter. You're going to feel it. Mars square Jupiter says that in the outer world, okay, you may not see money flowing right now. And this is particularly important why you want to trust. Listen up, trust yourself. How many of us don't trust ourselves? And then we later on go, gosh, I should have listened to my inner voice. You need to trust yourself, because in the outer world, Mars square Jupiter means looks like money's frozen, financial opportunities are blocked, nothing's happening. That's just for next probably about 2 days here. It's going to shift over, but this is where your inner voice makes all the difference right now, okay? So Mars square Jupiter means don't be deceived by what you're seeing in the outer world. Go back to your inner voice, okay? You also have Mars square Neptune, which means that the people out in the world may seem disconnected from their own self. You may have a friend who you always say, you know what, they always know everything that's going on. And then you say, well, what's the stock market going to do? Should I buy silver or gold? And suddenly even the best brokers go, well, I just don't know. I'm really confused and the market's irregular. And Mars square Neptune means people feel out of sorts with their own connection to their own inspiration, to knowledge about the world. You as a spiritual person know that you can slow down and go within. This is where, when we get these crazy outer world transits, this is why I always say, if you practice a spiritual life, you have the edge. Okay, Mars is square Neptune, which means most people are going to be out of sorts, but you don't have to be, right? If you spend your days every day doing prayer, doing meditation, doing spiritual practice, doing yoga, I don't care what your practice is, all right? Doing scrying in your crystal, okay? When Mars goes square Neptune, you say, okay, I feel the confusion in the outer world, but I still have an inner connection because you've developed and worked at it, all right? So that's when we see these crazy transits. Don't panic. That's a chance for you to work on your spiritual connections. Okay, you guys with me? All right, good. And then we do have an interesting, fascinating alignment, which is Neptune is sextile Pluto starting off our week. Neptune sextile Pluto means that you can uncover hidden truths. Okay, now let me just back up here. We just said Mars was square Neptune, which means people fell out of sorts. For people, like particularly Pisces, if you're ruled by the planet Neptune or you're a water sign, people that are water signs will have a little easier time, because it's true that Mars square Neptune makes a lot of people out of sorts. But Neptune sextile Pluto says you get beyond the surface and you find the truth in the deeper levels. So right now, with all that outer world scattering, slow down, go deep. Don't listen to everybody's rumors and fear mongering. Go deep. Neptune sextile Pluto has a kind of a dual purpose. One, it will bring you into alignment with people. Okay. It'll bring you into alignment with people that will help you get to the bottom of truth. Pluto is about partnership and alignment, but it also means the hidden things, the deep mysteries. So again, if you've been practicing a spiritual life, when these alignments go awry, you're going to make it through. All right. So this is why I like to say, because I see a lot of astrologers making everything fatalistic. Oh, it's just this and we can't do anything. Don't get yourself trapped in that. Say, okay, we got some challenges. Things are going to be a little rocky in this part of life. Where can we find power in another area to work with until this settles out? Are you guys with me? You follow with me saying? All right. Amsterdam says, I'm feeling stable and certain in my decisions, oddly enough. Very good. See, that's the result of a spiritual practice, Amsterdam. But you might notice people around you being a little irregular, a little erratic right now. Not extreme, but just a little bit. And you don't have to get caught up in that kind of focused, fear-based stuff, okay? All right. There you go. All right, you guys with me? Okay. All right, so there's our major things you want to kind of work with for this week, all right? Now, we're going to spin around our big wheel, and we're going to give horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. Isn't that exciting? Now, if you don't know what sign you are, listen up, because after I announce each zodiac sign, I'll give the birth date. So, like, for example, our first sign is Aries, and Aries is March 21st through April 19th. And if your birthday falls in those dates, all right, anywhere from March 21st all the way into April 19th, you are an Aries, okay? So keep it simple. Now, if you're a cusp baby, okay, and you said, well, Bob, I heard Aries went to April 20th, and you're saying Taurus starts on April 20th. You're on the cusp. And honestly, we'd have to look at your individual chart because the zodiac wheel shifts like a degree or two each year back and forward. It wobbles, as I say. So some years, Taurus will start on April 20th, and some years it might start on April 21st. So if you're on that cusp, just listen to both horoscopes. You get double the blessing. Don't worry about it. People call me up all the time in a panic. Psychic Bob, the other astrologer said I was an Aries, and according to yours, I'm a Taurus. And now I'm really confused. I said, don't be confused. You get two horoscopes. And I said, if you listen to both of them consistently over time, you'll start to figure out which one you are. And besides that, if I do your zodiac chart, we can get down to the nitty gritty of actually which sign you are. Okay. You know, it's funny. My mother, she claimed she was a Sagittarius. And I do think she had a lot of Sagittarians, but I always felt my mother had Scorpio. And when I looked at the sign, so Scorpio or Sagittarius starts on November 22nd, which was my mother's birthday. But the year my mother was born, guess what? Sagittarius didn't start until November 23rd because it wobbled a day. And I kept thinking, where are these Scorpio traits from my mom coming from? And actually, so when I was scared to tell her because she loved being a Sagittarius. She had jewelry she wore in Sagittarius. And I kind of hinted at her one time. I said, Mom, you could be a Scorpio. You're on the cusp. She goes, oh, don't be ridiculous. I'm a Sag. I would know if I was a Scorpio. In her mind, she was Sag. I never had the heart to tell her because she'd invested like 40 years of collecting Sagittarius stuff. She loved astrology too. I got her into it when I was a kid. So she had Sagittarius earrings and pendants and little knickknacks in her house. So I didn't have the heart to tell her she was a Scorpio. Anyways, she's now in heaven. She probably knows, but over there, she's probably still saying she's a Sag. And that's fine. When you're a cusp, you actually can kind of choose. Even though technically she's a Scorpio, she was a Sag in her heart, so be it. So if you're a cusp baby, that's we call y'all cusp, don't get stressed out about it. Just have fun with it, okay? All right. Well, we are going to jump into it and see what the stars have for all of you. By the way, these horoscopes are my creation. They are copyrighted to me. Nobody can steal them or take them or use them without written permission from me. All right. Our first sign on our wheel is Aries. Ooh, they're the big ram. Oh, hold on. We got what, lamb chop? Oh, yes, come up here. All right. What's going on? Oh, you wanted to hear Aries. Yes. Lamb chop is an Aries. Okay. That's his sign. All right. So we'll give you the Aries horoscope. All right. You're still wearing my jewelry? Okay. All right. He's a lamb in Aries. When you grow up, you'll be a ram, a big Aries ram. All right. Aries, March 21st through April 19th. Right now, Aries, your sign is transiting through the first house. This is a time for you, and you too, Lamb Chop, to remember who you are. Rediscover your talents. Aries right now should focus on honoring themselves. Doesn't mean you don't have to love other people or can't, but it means right now, this is a time for you to go back and say, who am I? Am I on my journey? What do I need to do to be on my journey? What have I forgotten about my life that used to bring me joy? Bring all of those talents, all those experiences, all of that knowledge back. And as an Aries, you're going to find that this week becomes a journey of self-discovery, a journey of happiness, a journey of rediscovered talents. All right, there's Felinda I am, says Aries, yay. Hi, Felinda, happy Aries. She's an Aries. Aries power. All right. Lamb Chop's an Aries too, aren't you, Lamb Chop? Yeah, and he loves it. All right. So this week, Aries, it's all about you finding out who you are. What have you forgotten? You ever have those moments where you sit back and you say, I remember 10 years ago when I used to do astrology, and then I let it all fall to the wayside. Now, if you've been thinking about that, why don't you pick up your talents, get your books again, start studying, rediscover who you are, Aries. All right, you got that? All right, why don't you go over there and sit down because I got to talk to everybody, okay? Now you know what to do, okay? All right. So, Aries, this for you is your time. It's your special time for you. Don't let anybody take it from you. Don't let anybody, Lamb Chop, you listening up? Yeah, okay. Don't let anybody tell you that you're less than or you can't do something. When you're in the first house, it's about taking yourself into the world, showing who you are. But you can't do that until you know who you are. So, Aries, your homework this week, rediscover yourself. And that might mean taking some time off work, thinking about your path in life. Maybe it's time to change a career. Maybe you're in an abusive relationship, Aries. You know, it's like time to honor you and get out of that. Maybe it's time for you to say, I'm going to start that company I wanted to start 5 years ago and never did. Whatever your talent, whatever your desire, whatever your passion, live it, breathe it, do it, Aries. The stars, the universe is supporting you this week, and you will rock it. Rock it, be glorified. Woo. All right. Next sign on our big zodiac wheel, spinning around our wheel, is Taurus. Taurus, your birth date's April 20th through May 20th, okay? You know, Taurus, right now, you want to prepare for the future. You want to focus on long-term goals and financial stability in the long term. Taurus, right now, you may experience people around you jumping, like saying, sell off these stocks, get rid of these investments, da, 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 da. Don't go with the flow of everybody around you. Don't buy into the panic, because Taurus are going to find that a lot of people in the financial world, material world around them are going to be a little erratic this week. You, Taurus, say, what is my long-term strategy? I'm not going to buy into this momentary glitch in the market. I'm not going to buy into this sell-off of these shares because everybody else is. Think about your future. How do you build long-term stability? So don't jump ship. Don't jump the gun. Don't do anything erratic. Slow down. If you're, especially if you're working on financial stuff, might be a good time to get an advisor who sees the long term. And anybody you're working with, in a financial advisor, say, I want to think about the next 10, 20, 30 years. I don't want to do it just for this quarter. I wanted the long-term picture. If you focus on that this week, Taurus, when everybody else is losing money left and right in a few months because they were acting erratic, your portfolio is going to be good. So this week, Taurus, it's all about show me the money. Show me the money, honey. But show me it long term, not just today. Think a long term. Financial security, building. If you're a Taurus and you said, gee, I don't have any savings, maybe your long-term planning is just start a savings account. Maybe you can put $5 or $10 a week in. Maybe you said, well, gosh, but I don't know, $20 a month's a lot for me right now. But just start somewhere. Anywhere is better than nowhere. So Taurus, build for the future. Get out of the moment. We don't have time for the moment. Neither do you. And think of long-term growth opportunities. Every Taurus right now would do very well to meet with their bank managers, to plan, have a saving strategy. Meet with your financial investors, have a saving strategy. Build your future. Don't wait, do it now. The cosmos is backing you, Taurus. You go rock it. You'll be glorified. And if you don't get glorified, at least you'll have more money than the rest of us. All right, there we go. Ooh, Taurus going to be the rich ones in 10 years. Well, the rest of us will be poor. But we hang out with our Taurus friends. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Gemini. May 21st. Gemini, listen up. May 21st through June 20th. All right. If you're in that range, you are a Gemini. At least according to Psychic Bob's astrology. All right. All right, Gemini. Right now, you've got the planet Mars transiting your third house, and your sign is in the third house. This means you're getting a lot of inspiration, okay? And you want to share your ideas, because you're going to find, Gemini, that right now the cosmos is giving you ideas to help others through their journey as well. This week, it's about speaking your truth. Gemini is the twins. It's an air sign communicating. And so you've got Mars giving you inspiration. Now, Mars is retrograde right now, but because it's in your sign, it's still working for you. You may sometimes feel like your inspiration is a little stronger than other days, but this week you've got it still working in a positive way in your life. So I want you to follow that inner voice of wisdom. You might wake up tomorrow, Gemini, and say, you know what? I need to go talk to my local congressperson about, this issue in our area. Take it, go visit, because your voice right now, being empowered by Mars, gives you the ability to influence people. So Gemini, you have a great opportunity, to say, as they say, win friends and influence people. And that's what you want to do. Speak your truth. Let your inspiration guide you. Don't just say something because you have to say, well, I got to say this. No, let your inspiration lead your speaking. And then you will transform, and your own zodiac wheel will spin to get you moving forward. All right. So there you go, Gemini. You get your work cut out with you. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Cancer, and that's June 21st through July 22nd. Cancer, this week, it's all about you. Okay. You're a little bit like the Aries in that you don't want to focus on taking care of the world. Cancers a lot of times nurture everybody else, but they forget themselves. This week, Cancer, it's all about you loving you. Get back in touch with what you need. You've got a Cancer right now. Your sign is traversing the fourth house, which is all about taking care of the self, nurturing self-love. Okay. Make yourself important this week. Cancer, everybody else around you, you can deal with them next week. But for this week, you be all about you. Love yourself. Give yourself rest. Maybe you're a Cancer and you've been saying, I really need to get my health in order. Maybe it's time to meet with a nutritionist to work on your diet. Maybe it's time to go to the doctor to, get that muscle in your back looked at so you can start to exercise again instead of just waiting for pain to go away. Maybe it's time for you to start a walking regimen because it makes you feel good and you've been wanting to see the neighborhood anyways. All right, whatever it is that is nurturing, that is self-improving, that is self-loving, that's what Cancer is about this week, all right? So Cancer, don't sit there. Now, I know some of you out there are going to do this. You're going to say, well, geez, PsychicBob, that sounds all good and well, but I've got too many people on my hands to take care of. I got to take care of my elderly parents, and my kids are driving me crazy. My next door neighbor's disabled. I don't have time for me. I got to take care of all these people. I hear you, but somewhere in there, if you don't honor you, Cancer, you lose out. You'll lose your power. You'll lose your ability to be of good to anybody. So you give yourself a break. You give yourself, however you can, a little nurturing, a little love. Cancer, you might even just go think of, like, for example, going to a massage therapist this week. Give yourself a massage to release tension. Anything in the good, wholesome, healthy, self-honoring way, that's where your focus should be. Self-love so that you have love to give to others. That's your key. Blessings to you. All right, next sign on our wheel. Ooh, spin it. The wheel of the zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. The big wheel of the zodiac goes round and round, spinning all the day. All right. I never said I was sane. All right, next on our wheel is Leo. And that's July 23rd through August 22nd. Leo, July 23rd through August 22nd. All right, Leo. Now, for you, this is creativity week. All right. You've got to let your inner artist come out. Now, you might be a Leo citizen. Say, Bob, I can't draw or paint or do art to save my soul. But you can this week. Leo, you would do yourself well. Let that inner artist come out. I want all the Leos to dare to try to do something creative. Maybe you're going to make up a costume for your child's play. You can sew an outfit. Or maybe you can do a painting. And even if you don't know how to do that, maybe, Leo, just go sign up for an art class. Maybe learn to do pottery or painting or drawing. you know? Leo, you're going to find that by exploring your inner artist, that you may have more talent than you know. And Leo, you're really great at being in the outer world and, talking about things. Why don't you, Leo, this week find your new talent and then take it into the world? Could it end up being a new business? I had a client many years ago, and she came to me and she said, Bob, I'm at a crossroads. I don't know what to do in my life. And when I stepped into her energy, I said, you're an artist. I said, you should paint. She said, me paint? I've never painted in my life. I said, but it's past life stuff. And she said, really? I said, yeah. So as I explained to her more about her past life, she had a flash. She said, oh my God, you're right. I know that I lived, she lived in ancient Greece and was an artist. And she said, and I believe that. I think it's true. I said, it is. She started exploring art, taking classes. She discovered she had amazing talent for painting Greek temples. Now, remember, I told you that she lived in Greece. So as she was painting, it took her deeper into her past lives. And she made amazing art. She ended up leaving her job and she became a full-time artist. And to this day, she does art and painting. All because a psychic reading helped her understand the truth. You see, that's the power of a reading. Her life changed immeasurably. She got out of a job. She worked for a law firm, hated it, made a lot of money, but she was unhappy. I said, life is too short to worry about money. Find your joy. And she did, and now she's an artist. So, Leo, this week, that opening to art could be the very thing that changes your journey. And I am challenging every Leo to find that inner artist this week. Now, it doesn't just have to be painting. It could be music. Maybe you've been saying, gee, I'd love to learn to play the clarinet back in high school. I wish I could have, and I never did. Find your talent. Maybe you're good at knitting and you could knit scarves and sell them, to raise money for yourself or for charity even. I know a lady who used to do scarves, and she would work all summer long knitting scarves. And then by the autumn, she had a whole box of scarves, and she would take it to a homeless shelter and give them hand-knitted scarves. That was artistic talent. She did beautiful work. And it brought, not only she enjoyed it, but it brought joy and help to so many people. So, Leo, I am not letting you off the hook. I don't care what you're saying. Some of you go, I can't do that. You will find it. Explore it this week, and you'll be blessed. Let your inner artist emerge. There you go, Leo. That's your work for this week. Everybody has a reading with Psychic Bob gets a homework assignment. Those of you who have private sessions with I make you all do homework. And if you don't do it, I check up on you and I'll give you a lecture. You don't want to be on Psychic Bob's bad side. All right. Next on our wheel is Virgo. Virgo is August 23rd through September 22nd. My brother's a Virgo. I like Virgos. All right, Virgos. This week for you need to step back from the world. Virgos, the last few weeks, you guys have been going, focus on career development, focus on helping you. Virgo, right now, it's for you to slow down. You physically need a break. The astrology says self-healing, self-care, but also not just outer or inner world, mental break as well. So you need a physical and mental break this week, Virgo. And I'm going to tell you, if you're a Virgo, I would really encourage you, to take some days off if you can. If you don't have any vacation, you say, Bob, I can't do it. Find a way. Maybe you can just get one day into a 3-day weekend or something, but you got to have a break. Mental break, physical break. If you're a Virgo and you're in an abusive environment, flee it, at least for a few days till you can get your head a rest, get your mind a rest, get your body a rest. Don't stay in a bad environment. You Virgos this week really need to think about, my hair's flying everywhere. Y'all really need to think about, you. You can't take care of everybody now. You want to because you're nurturers, but you can't. So Virgo, you have Psychic Bob's permission. Well, really not my permission. You have the cosmos's not only permission, but direction to give yourself a break. Love yourself enough to give yourself a break. Can you do that? Are we cool, Virgos? Any Virgos in the house? Give me a shout out, Virgo in the house. Whew. Glorified power to Virgo. All right, Virgos. So this week, nurture you, heal you, mental and physical. It's no good for you, Virgos, to say, well, Bob, I'll just take a day off work. And then you sit and run your mind crazy worrying about everything. You just get away from everybody and everything. You might have to physically go somewhere to do that, but it'll be worth it. Okay. You guys with me? All right, there you go. All right, Virgo. Woo. Next sign on our wheel is Libra, the scales of balance. Woo. September 23rd through October 22nd is Libra. All right, Libra, hold on. I can't remember what I wrote. I can't read my writing here. All right, Libra, this week for you, it's about sharing your journey with others. It's about letting others learn about your life. If you're a Libra, think about where you've come from. Think about where you're going. Libras, you're going to find this week that there are people around you, particularly younger people, who are just starting out on the path in life. And you're going to see them going down some roads. You're like, you know what? I went down that road. That was not a good move. Dare Libra to intervene and give some advice. Now, I don't mean be all pushy and demanding. Okay, not saying that. But I'm saying you're going to have people say, I just don't know what to do about this. And say, well, 10 years ago, I was in a similar circumstance. Let me tell you what I did. If you are open to being present to share your advice, you're going to find that a lot of people are asking for your advice. So Libra, be present, be listening, be attentive, know when to step in, and let the universe, the spirit, the stars tell you what to say, because you're going to be a great advisor this week. And you probably might even save some lives. You might be a Libra woman and you might say, when I was, maybe you're 40 now, but when you were 18, you dated a guy who was a drug dealing abuser, beating you, stealing, doing drugs. And you said, boy, it took me 10 years to wake up from that. And you might see a young lady just going into a relationship. And you might, Libra, just take her aside and say, listen, I know you think you love him, but I see the bruise on the side of your face. It's not good. It's not going to get better. Get out. Tell him your story. Change a life. This is not about being all preachy and full of yourself, Libra. This is kind of quiet, subtle working behind the scenes. But your influence will bear power that literally can change lives. So, are you up to the task, Libra? Because that's what the stars are calling you for this week. Blessings to you. All right, Libra. Ooh, we're spinning. The wheel of the zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheel of the zodiac goes round and round all live long day. All right, I'm having way too much fun tonight. It's my day off. I'm allowed to goof off. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Scorpio. October 23rd through November 21st. Scorpio, I was just saying earlier, bragging on your psychic gifts. And it's true. A lot of Scorpios are very tuned in, very psychic, water sign. And according to the star charts that I looked at, right now, you want to delve into the occult mysteries. Your psychic power is at its height. Now, it's so cool because the sun's in your sign giving you power. But the other alignments also are promoting particularly occult power around you. But also be open, Scorpio, to being a teacher, because the alignments around you show that you may draw to you students this week, people who want to learn the mysteries as well. So Scorpio, you're going to have the task this week of going into the mysteries of the occult, whether that's spiritualism, Wicca, palm reading, tarot cards, astrology, doesn't matter. Whatever your mystery art is, explore it. But know that you may be, as part of that experience, helping others learn it as well. All right? Melinda Turner says, Second Bob, you are too much. Love it. You like my song? Wheel of the zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheel of the zodiac goes round and round all the live long day. All right, there we go. That's for Melinda. All right, yeah, I'm a little crazy. All right, Scorpio. So you got to go into the soul mysteries, the mysteries of the cosmos. Find the occult, hidden secrets. Indulge yourself in knowledge. But know that you may have apprentices that will join you. And if they do, Cosmos says try to help them too. And then everybody will be blessed. You might not think of yourself as a teacher, but you are in many ways this week, Scorpio. So there you go. You got your work cut out. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Sagittarius. Remember I told you my mom was Sagittarius. November 22nd through December 21st. All right. Right now, Sag, your sign is traversing that 9th house, which is about expanding your horizons, seeing the bigger picture, learning and taking it to a new place. This week, Sag, knowledge is power. Sag, you want to be questing for knowledge, whether it could be any sort of thing. Knowledge about a new science that you've been wanting to learn, knowledge about music, knowledge about movies and the history, knowledge about historic locations, knowledge about occult mysteries. You're like the Scorpios, you're learning this week. But Sag, yours is about knowledge that takes you into the bigger world. Maybe you're a Sagittarius and you lived in a small town all your life. And you thought, I never got in my car and drove to that neighboring city because, gosh, it's a big city and kind of scary. Why don't you be brave this week, Sag? Get in the car and dare to go to the big city. You're going to learn a whole new way of life, a whole new culture, a whole new experience. Do not limit yourself this week, Sagittarius. You want to find a new way of looking at life. This is all I said, the 9th house, about expanding your horizons, seeing the bigger picture, learning. You know, Sag, maybe you've been like walking by a travel shop and you see a brochure saying, travel to Hawaii. And you think, gosh, I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. Well, just do it. Don't think about it, just do. This is not a week for Sag to sit and over intellectualize what they're going to do. It's an action time. Go do it and then you learn. It's all about action. We got the power. Knowledge is power. Sagittarius. Woo. So you know what to do, Sag. When you Sag, I'm going to check up on you. I'm going to say, what did you do this next week when I'm here? I want you, Sagittarius, to be able to tell me what you learned this week. How did you expand your horizons? How did you break out of your pattern and start new? You can do that. You're going to rock it. There's your homework. All right, next sign on our wheel is Capricorn. El Magneto. Capricorn. You know, I call Nicola a Capricorn, Baroness Colbobs, and I call her El Caprio. That's my nickname. It's okay, El Caprio. All right, El Caprio and all the other Capricorns. All right, Capricorn is December 22nd through January 19th. All right, this is a very interesting alignment for you, Caps. Pluto right now is like kind of riding on the cusp of the 10th and the 11th house this week. And this actually gives you hope. It gives you the ability to see new horizons, to dream. And I would say for you, Capricorns, let your visions expand. Dare to dream. Don't feel like something's beyond you. You might right now, that shows around Capricorn, interestingly, that Pluto, now Pluto's interesting because sometimes Pluto makes things feel elusive or hidden. And you might right now, Capricorn, feel a little frustrated. Like, I think there's a future, but I just don't know. And I just can't see it. Just wait. That wheel is spinning. And as you move kind of through that cusp experience, things will get clearer over the next 7 days. And things will start to shift for you. So you're going to start to have dreams because Pluto, similar to Neptune, in that sometimes it inspires a deeper hidden knowledge. Capricorn, you might be starting to get some of that inspiration. Like, you know what? I just see a new way to do my life. I see a new avenue for success. Dare to risk embracing it. Your friends around you, El Caprio, might go, well, that's crazy. You think you're just going to go start a new company and a business. Ignore those who are the naysayers. They don't have the energy and alignments of the planets that you do. So how are they going to know? But I'm telling you, as an astrologer, you want to dare to dream and trust it. Seek a new path. Dare to know that it can be changed and that you don't have to go alone. Your new visions will be happy visions of hope, of new beginning. Don't negate that. How many times, and I'm not picking on you, Caps. I'm just saying anybody. How many times do we get a great inspiration? So we say, you know what? I'm going to design a new car. I'm going to make a new automobile. They'll outdo Tesla. And then you go tell your friend, they're like, oh, that's stupid. You can't beat a Tesla car. But what if you could? What if you just channeled a new type of engine to go in an automobile? And now your friends tell you that's stupid. And guess what? You throw it away because you're like, yeah, that's dumb. Don't do that, Capricorn. Don't do that. Dare to dream. Embrace the vision and start to move forward. And you will have peace and joy. There you go. That's for Capricorn. All right, next side of our wheel. And I'm not being a little, what's the word, prejudicial, is Aquarius, one of my favorite signs. Is that a conflict of interest? Somebody asked me once, Bob, is it a conflict of interest for you to write your own horoscope? And I said, that's a good question. But I do it anyways. All right. Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. Seriously, one of the good things about astrology is that it's kind of objective. I mean, there is some subjectiveness to it, but overall, it's pretty much like the alignments mean this. So I can't make it be squared towards my liking. If it says what it says, it is what it is. All right, so Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. All right. Aquarius, this week, it's all about you being free. Be free in yourself. Be free for self-expression. Be free, like the Capricorns, to dream and to see another way of life. You want Aquarius, join with others to accomplish your desires. Don't just sit back and say, well, I'd do it if I had help. Go out, gather with others, find a way to make things work, and you will find that you progress forward. Aquarius is, look at where you're bound. What has you bound? Dare to break the binds. We all have struggles, but Aquarius, right now, you're at a place where the cosmos is saying you can dare to risk being free. You can dare to take the shackles off. Maybe you're an Aquarius and you've always thought, well, I wish I could go back to school and go to college and get my bachelor's degree. But maybe somewhere, Aquarius, somebody on the way said, well, your GPA is not that good. You're not really that smart. And so you've bound yourself up saying, I can't really get a college degree. I'm not smart enough. Aquarius, you got to look at those binds and say, you know what? I am not going to be bound by my past. I am not going to be shackled to that concept that I can't ever achieve. You got to dare to fight for freedom. Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, which gives power to break through. So Aquarius, you draw off a Uranian energy this week. You break the shackle. You be free. And you find a way. Remember, you don't have to go it alone. Bring others on the journey with you. Let them help you find your freedom. And be glorified. Woo! All right, there we go. Aquarius, you know what to do. All right, next sign on our big zodiac wheel is Pisces, February 19th through March 20th. All right, Pisces, you're one of the other very psychic signs. You've got Neptune still working in your house, giving you a lot of power right now. This week, though, you also have Jupiter aligned very favorably in your sign. And what this means is that you got to trust your own psychic inspiration. especially in the area of money. Now, I won't say that you don't have energy in others, because you definitely have Neptune ruling you and it's in your house. But this week, Pisces, the focus really is about the money. Remember what I told the Aries, or who was it I said earlier? Show me the money, honey, right? Well, Pisces, you're going to be able to show them where the money is because you already know. You want to trust yourself. Don't let other people sway you and induce fear. I've seen this. People try to get in your mind. Well, I wouldn't, put money in a bank right now and start a savings account. Might be stolen. I wouldn't do that. Listen, Pisces, when you know where the money is, you got to go with it. Because Pisces, it shows that you're at a time to build wealth, long-term wealth and security for yourself as well as for your family. But it only comes when you align with that spiritual inner voice. And that's really what Pisces needs to focus on this week. Follow the inspiration, particularly in money matters. And guess what? Everybody that laughed at you said, well, you're dumb. You invested in buying copper when we all think gold is going to boom. And you bought a bunch of copper. You're an idiot. Well, guess what? Gold market will tank. The copper will shoot up. And guess what? Everybody go, they made more money in copper than we made in gold. Oh, how'd you do that? It's because you listened to your inner voice. By the way, I'm not giving prophecies on the financial metals. That was just an example. I don't want everybody to rush out and buy copper and say, well, PsychicBob told me to. That was an example only. I just want to clarify that. Sometimes people take every word I say literally, and I got to explain. That's an example, not a statement of prophecy. Okay. So, Pisces, you really want to let yourself slow down. Listen to how you feel. You might be a Pisces and you've got your money in a bank somewhere, in Smithfield Bank. I hope there's no Smithfield Bank, but if there is, it's not really the Smithfield Bank. And you say, you know what? I just have a bad vibe. Something's wrong. I've been with that bank 20 years, but it just doesn't feel right. Something's shift is not right. And you go talk to somebody and they say, yeah, why don't you come over here? And you're like, you know what? I need to move this money out of Smithfield Bank. And then the next week you find out the Smithfield Bank had an accountant who was embezzling all the funds, and now it's in bankrupt. And you got your money out just before they swindled in the last part, and you would have lost your account. This is what Pisces got to know, right? You got to be feeling the money, right? Feel the money. Let Jupiter, let Neptune work in your favor, because that's your alignments. You're gonna rock it, but you gotta pay attention. So Pisces, I'm gonna trust you on the advice on the money this way. I'll let you give me a money reading. Show me the money. Ooh. All right. Well, we got to do our song one more time. The wheel of the zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheel of the zodiac goes round and round all the livelong day. Wheel of the zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheel of the zodiac goes round and round all the livelong day. There you go. Oh my gosh, wasn't that fun? Everybody here? Everybody hearing me? All right, Amsterdam says money is scary. It's only scary if you choose it to be scary, Amsterdam. So I want you to let the cosmos help you. That's what astrology is. Tells you where your power is. You might have more power than you know. Lady Bree goes, oh my God, that song is so annoying. Isn't it annoying? It is kind of. But it's fun too, isn't it? Robin Boston says, sing it, Mom, LOL. Robin Boston is a fellow astrology fan. She's been following astrology about as long as I have. She loves it too. So does Lady Jane. She loves it too. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, do you guys have any astrology questions? I'll just take a few questions. We're at our hour, but I went a little longer than usual. And I was just having so much fun. It's Halloween, isn't it? I know some of you want to go out trick-or-treating with your family, so I don't want to keep us long. And I got to take Lamb Chop out trick-or-treating tonight because he'll be all upset if I don't, So if you have any questions, I'll take a few. I'm not doing psychic readings tonight, but just astrology stuff. Okay. But if you don't, that's okay. We can resume this next week too. By the way, don't forget tomorrow, listen up, be here 12 o'clock noon. We're going to have live psychic readings, and I don't want you guys to miss it. So bring your psychic questions, and I'm going to open the channel, see what the spirit people have, okay? Amsterdam says, I have my chocolate. Me too. I got a big chocolate bar I've been working on. Cola bought it for me the other day. Sage says, made me laugh. I'm glad you guys have fun. You know, I like to have fun. Yeah, Lamb Chop's got to go trick or treat. I'm going to take him out tonight. But I'm going to make sure he doesn't take my necklace with him because I know he'll lose it. That Jane Dixon necklace, very valuable historical necklace. Oh, Amsterdam says she's having dark chocolate. Scott from South Carolina. Hey, Scott. Scott says Jupiter is coming. It's closest to Earth this month. You know, Scott, I actually heard that. I haven't had time to research it, but I did hear that. I'm quite excited about that. I think that really, you know, from an astrology place, foreshadows opportunities to take advantage of financial growth opportunities. You know, it's kind of like the planets, they come close and they beam their energy. And Jupiter's always a benevolent planet. It's never scary or bad. It beams blessings. So I'm a believer in that, you know. Very cool. Oh my gosh, you guys are great. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Well, listen, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm going to take Lamb Chop out Halloween trick-or-treating tonight. And I hope wherever you are, you're having a wonderful, wonderful night. I've so enjoyed being here with you. And I hope that you're going to have fun tonight. Wherever you are, keep it safe. Don't do stupid stuff. Don't go in strangers' houses and, you know, just because it's Halloween, you know, you never know. You know, and if you take your kids out trick or treating, or you go out trick or treating, you know, be wise, keep an eye out, know what neighborhoods you're in, all that good stuff. Anyways, I hope you're having fun. I'm having fun, and Lamb's going to have fun too. So listen, happy Halloween. I love you guys. I send my blessings and greetings to all of you. And I hope wherever you are, you'll have a happy and blessed Halloween. Happy Samhain to our Wiccans. You guys are the best. And I've enjoyed sharing this astrology. I hope it's helped you tonight. And hope you took some notes and you'll go back and let that guide you through your week. All right. So listen, we will see you back here at Spirit Channel tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, for messages from the spirit world. I love you guys. Peace out.